Testing, testing.
All right. What is your name?
Hello, my name is Daniel Bulgatz, and welcome to Jackass. No, I'm totally kidding. This is Graffiti Park, man. My name is Daniel Bulgatz. I'm the co-founder, director, and president of Graffiti Park, LLC, and soon to be 501c3 nonprofit charity. Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the audience?
Oof. Thank you to all the artists watching this. Thank you for your help. We wouldn't be where we are here today. We wouldn't be getting interviewed. We wouldn't have any of these schools if it wasn't for your help. If you're new to Graffiti Park and you're just finding out about us, we are a group of professional vandalizers that care about the kids and care about the community, man. And we really want to kind of bring focus and bring light to art, and that with all of the art projects and all of the art funding in Las Vegas, and specifically the state of Nevada, like cutting funding, we've really just felt it upon ourselves to spice up the schools a little bit and get the kids excited to come back following coronavirus and all of the negativity in the world right now. And so I don't know, it all started, I had a bunch of artist friends that really needed outlets and wanted to express themselves upon the ways that they were feeling amidst the pandemic and everything else. And so it kind of flourished into something that was beyond even our craziest hopes and dreams. So,
what is art to you?
So I started Graffiti Park with the intent and the belief that everybody is an artist. And so whether you're beginning or expert, you know, there's so many different degrees and levels in that, but everyone needs to own their own art form and own who they are as an artist. I mean, if you're a hip hop artist, you're still an artist. If you're in construction, you're an artist in your own form. If you're a teacher, you're teaching other people as an art form. And so everybody kind of has to look at it as almost, I feel like, a personal identity, that they are an artist, and Graffiti Park simply wants to show that, give opportunities for others to showcase that. So yeah, art to me is so many different mediums. It could be spray paint, be murals, graffiti, live music, live dance, food trucks, food drinks, the whole 9 yards, man. Everything is art, and life is art, if you want to get technical with it, I guess. But
how did you came up with Graffiti Park Las Vegas?
Yeah, so me and I have a co-founder. His name is Daniel Maloney. He's currently stationed out in Memphis, Tennessee right now, starting our second location. And so in 2015, Danny and I were in college, and I went out to the Hope Outdoor Gallery in Austin, Texas, following a family Christmas event, trip, we'll call it. And we went out to Austin, and there's like this 3-story dilapidated building. And essentially the city of Austin deemed it okay for graffiti and for all sorts of different art forms to kind of be curated there. But the problem with it was it wasn't maintained, it wasn't looked well, it wasn't looked after well. So there's plenty of spots that, you know, like you're climbing up on your hands and knees to get up to. There's like heroin needles and trash everywhere. You know, people were required to bring in their own paint, and so as a result, like, they left it just everywhere. And I don't know, I thought, why not bring this to Las Vegas? Why not show the culture of Las Vegas? You know, I was born and raised here, and so, I don't know, I felt like we had a need for it, considering how many people are here and the differences of cultures. What's going on, bro? And so, yeah, it started 4 years ago. Our intention was kind of to take it into more of a public park section and just kind of always maintain this crazy dream, I like to call it, because everyone always calls us crazy when we say it, but we really want to create a park where it's completely free for admission, where everyone can come and curate whatever art they feel. You know, I don't want people saying like, oh, that art's too scary, or I don't think you know, that's appropriate for whatever, you know, the occasion or whoever the person is curating the art. I really wanted a place where all artists could feel like their art form could be shown, and a space for everybody to curate. And so our overarching dream is to create an adventure space, or an attraction. There's the word, yeah. Our goal is to be an attraction in downtown Las Vegas where we don't have to charge any admission prices, where we are literally the central hub for all art curation in Las Vegas. And, you know, we have eventual goals to take these into different routes. I have plans to open up a custom creation shop, so we'll have artists there where you can bring in, you know, a white set of Vans, a white pair of shoes, t-shirts, hats, motorcycle helmets, you name it. Anything that you want customized, and you bring it into this place, and we'll have artists there to curate it. I want to do featured artists and artist residency programs to really showcase some of the artists that never would have that opportunity or would never get that focus or attention otherwise. I've met so many amazing artists throughout Graffiti Park that just don't have that showcase ability, don't have that marketability for themselves, and I really want to showcase that. Overarching, we want to keep Graffiti Park, like sectioned off, I guess, is with some storage containers to where anyone and everybody can come and curate. And so whether that means, buying paint at our store, bringing some of theirs in, whatever the case is, any medium that they want to get down with, we're all for it. Yeah, eventually we'll have food trucks kind of on the outside. I really want to get into city funding, and then once we get enough funding to get a technology center in there, I want to offer free graphic design classes for all ages, multiple different levels. So a lot of the places do free beginning classes, but no one does free intermediate or free expert classes, where a lot of these people don't have the offers or the mediums to go out and do. And we want to just kind of give everybody the same opportunity and kind of create an equal space for everybody. Eventually get into tutorials and classes where we're teaching art for the kids, partner with Big Brothers Big Sisters, 3 Square, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, so there's no place that we're not trying to take Graffiti Park, even though it is one overarching idea here in Las Vegas to start it in the Arts District. Eventually, our goal is to be in every major city and every single state, and then maybe even in the world. So,
will Graffiti Park Las Vegas be a non-profit?
yeah, so we just put in our paperwork for nonprofit status last week. Our overarching goal is to keep this going and to accept donations so that we can eventually bridge it from Las Vegas out into other cities, specifically like Los Angeles, San Francisco, up in Seattle. Yeah, eventually I want to take this to Germany, Europe. There's no place that we can't take this, and I think nonprofit status is the way that we kind of take that and curate it and run with it. So,
you're doing good, man.
Thank you.
You're doing good. You're doing good. What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
First thing I do when I wake up. Usually, I have my partner in crime. Her name is Miranda. She's the love of my life. Even though she's a pain in my ass, I love her to death. Yeah, and so normally I wake up next to her. We start our mornings off in kind of the same routine, I guess. Early morning, getting up at 7 a.m. I love to meditate, as goofy as that is. So I do my meditation along with like a little bit of yoga of sorts. It's called a gasku, where it's essentially I have a real bad back, and so I have to straighten that out every morning. Otherwise, my day starts in this weird funk. And then usually I'm not a breakfast person. I'm not a coffee person. I get up and go, and I'm jumping around doing a variety of things. So mostly my meetings are in the mornings, especially Monday to Friday, and then Friday to Sundays. Usually you can throw the meditation out of the board, and we start off with these big projects, and I just wake up and go. So it's a good question.
What are the 2 favorite colors you like to mix together?
Ooh. Black and gray, probably. I don't know. I feel like the true talent is shown in black and white, and when you get into deep shadows and when you take the color and hue out of it. And I also I was born colorblind, or not really colorblind, I guess, but kind of colorblind, and so now I can associate colors with certain colors, and so blacks and grays were always just easiest for me to define and easiest way in.
How old are you?
I'm 23 years old. I call it my LeBron year. My roommates hate me for it. But yeah, 23, I'll be 24 in July. I'm a Cancer. Real emotional, yeah, that's what they say.
So, how long do you think Graffiti Park is gonna last?
Oof. The overarching idea is that this will last much longer than me. It will continue in every city without me, and eventually, we have heads of each city, and eventually that it'll just continue in infamy. I hope that this is literally the start for art everywhere, whether that's a major city here in town, or if that's somebody that comes out to visit anywhere, any major city that we're at, and then all of a sudden wants to take their newfound information, their new hobbies, and bring it into their home city. And so I'm hoping that Graffiti Park lives in the hearts of everybody for long after I'm off of this world, but to be determined.
I got that Naruto vibe from there.
Yeah.
Is there any anime you like?
I fuck with anime. I don't get to watch a heck of a lot of television, and when I do, I like watching funny stuff, man. The world's dark, and I don't know. I like to spruce up my life up, I guess, with color. But yeah, I fuck with anime. It's cool.
If you were to say what anime you like best, what would it be?
The Dragon Ball Z, I feel like is probably like the echelon. I don't know. My buddy Boss has been introducing me to all sorts of new, like Japanese anime.
What is your favorite drink?
My favorite
Drink.
I love Coke, Coca-Cola. Otherwise, I love whiskey, straight whiskey. And water's cool, I guess, too. I don't know. My mom calls me a garbage disposal because I'll really eat or drink anything. I'm not super picky. So.
One thing that you could say that you like to have artists together and do this project in a movement.
Yeah, I really like taking on the projects that are schools that aren't specific. So we've had a couple of schools that have approached us and said, hey, like we want these specific things, or we want, you know, this specific. And I always tell them kind of the same thing, like I definitely have artists that I can refer you to for commissions, but in order to keep the sanctity and like the vision of what Graffiti Park is and what it means to us, it kind of has to be creative freedoms. I love getting a theme and somebody saying, hey, this is what we kind of have envisioned for it, like can you do this? And I mean, always once you get 40 or 50 different artists, you know, minds and mentalities into it, so many different things kind of come out of it, and it just takes on these projects into ways that you couldn't even begin to start to fathom. So now, honestly, the projects I love most are the ones with little to no scope or scale, to where we get to choose what we get to do and get to have a lot of fun with them.
What famous artists that you would like to meet?
Famous artists I would like to meet, like current living, or? Oof. A big inspiration of mine was Mac Miller. Probably pretty cliche, I guess. No, I really fuck with Obama. I want to meet Obama. That's on my bucket list. I shouldn't call it a bucket list. I call it more of a to-do list. And so on there is to meet Obama and LeBron, of course. And so maybe that'll come when we end up out in Ohio for Graffiti Park for our grand opening. We'll see what happens. So coming for you, LeBron. That's the champ.
What is one thing you could say to your future self today?
Future self today. Save more money. Stop spending it. No, honestly, dude, because I know my future self will be looking back at this, like, you did it, man. I don't know, I've been listening a lot to as goofy as it is, Matthew McConaughey. He has one, he's writing a book right now, and it's all about delayed gratification and learning to run downhill. And so I think that's beautiful. It was all based on his movie Dallas Buyers Club, where he dropped all the weight and was super, super skinny for a role. And then he's telling his kids, you know, a year and a half later, he accepts this Grammy for it. And he tells his kids, he's like, you know, that's delayed gratification. It's like what you're doing right now will pay over tenfold for the future. And so, shit, man, I hope future me is sitting at the top of the hill looking back at this and saying, good for you, man, you did it. So, yeah. And then keep going. Don't ever stop. There's 400 schools in the Clark County School District. There's, I don't know, 50 states. There's 100 and some odd different countries. There's no ending. There is no stopping. There's no looking back. It's just nothing but forward progress from here. So go bigger.
Would you like to say anything to the artists that showed up for this project?
Thank you. I'm working on so much more. This is only the beginning. It's so funny with each project, each principal looks at me and he goes, you're crazy, and I love hearing that. You guys are literally the support behind me, and so I couldn't do any of this without you, so thank you. But at the same time, think bigger. Go bigger. Start taking up bigger walls. The world is our oyster, and we're just gonna keep going. And so to that I'll say is, with you guys by my side, I'm really working to start paying out some of these artists so that we can stop doing these volunteer work. And believe me, I mean that. I really want nothing more than to, you know, put food on your tables and to pay your guys' rent in some way, some form. Any burden that I can take on, I'm happy to do it. And if anybody needs help, reach out, and I can definitely offer a means of, or some sort of way to get you up. So let's work together. Let's collaborate.
Tell the audience where they can find you.
Yeah, my cell phone number is 702-606-2684. I am not a hard man to find. I am all ears. I've had many calls. I love looking forward to those calls. I answer every single unknown phone call, regardless if it's political. It's painstaking, but it's led to great conversations. Always, you can reach us at Graffiti Park _LV on Instagram. I'm just Daniel Bulgatz, B-U-L-G-A-T-Z. So Daniel Bulgatz at Gmail is my email. At Daniel Bulgatz is my Instagram. I am not a hard man to find. Anything you guys need, I'm a champion of the people. So let me know. Happy to help, happy to collaborate.
Is there any last things that you would like to say?
Shouts out Melody Gallegos, just walked up in the room. Shouts out all the artists, thank you. It's Martin Luther King Champions, you guys are champions. Yeah, big things in the works. I'm trying to get t-shirts for everyone. Follow us on Instagram. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Daniel, thank you.
Thank you guys. Oh, shop at Legendary's Art Supplies, they helped it out. Hey Art Primo, we're hoping that you'll sponsor us. Thanks Montana Cans, we use you guys for every single project we use. Please sponsor us. Oink Inc. coming up, we're gonna reach out to you. Please sponsor us. Evolve Paint out in Miami, Florida, we're gonna hit you up. Please sponsor us. Home Depot, please sponsor us. Lowe's Home Improvement, please sponsor us.
Is this the Martin Luther King? Is it up until the Latin or the whole wall?
The whole wall.
The whole wall?
Yeah, it's huge, bro. I'm down to help out though. Now that I'm all done.
That's gonna take hours.
Yeah. Bro, thank you.
You want to take a picture?
No, I'm fine.
Want to sit on my lap?
Christmas shit.
It's not Christmas yet.
I think that's it, right? Anyone else that needs...